Rosset from Switzerland, trying to make the Junior K Wings. First practice under your belt, and talk about the adjustment. I mean, when did you get into Kalamazoo?
By car. My dad's driving. I came from Switzerland, and I fly to Chicago, and it's amazing.
When did you fly in? Did you get a couple days to get acclimated, or?
Yeah, exactly. I came here 2 days ago, and it's amazing.
Day one of the camp. You got a game later on tonight. How did the first practice go?
Oh, pretty good. The body is nice. The coach is cool, and the atmosphere is very nice.
With having played here before, what's going to be the major difference, or what have you seen as the major difference from playing in Switzerland and overseas compared to the North American game?
In America, I play very physical, so not in Switzerland. That's why I'm here, because I want to play more the body and stuff. And
I was going to say, looking at the frame, you're not a small guy, so physical hockey may be exactly what the doctor ordered.
Exactly.
What do you need to do here to get the invite back to Kalamazoo?
What do you mean by?
As far as to be on the team.
I need to play my game, be physical, and play when I'm good to do.
With the second of two tryout camps underway with general manager and head coach of the J-Wings, Marc Fakler. And Marc, 4 teams here, 70 players, a good turnout here for your second camp. Talk about day one.
Well, not only do we have a good quantity of players here trying out, Mike, but we also have very good quality players. We've got some players from some of the prestigious AAA hockey program in Detroit, and guys that were some high-end high school players, and we've got a couple of players here from Canada and one from overseas in Switzerland. So we're very excited about the competition that this is going to bring here the next few days.
We'll talk about Kevin Rosset from Switzerland here in a second, but when you talk about this camp, it leads up to your main camp, which starts Friday night, goes through Sunday. You already have had one camp, you have tenders, you have draftees, and you have players coming back from last year. What is going to take a kid in this camp to try to make room for that main camp?
Well, certainly we're looking for guys that have a high compete level. I think that's kind of the buzzword right now in hockey, guys that compete extremely hard here, that are doing what it takes to be successful. And like I told the players here, we're looking for all parts. I mean, we still need some guys here to replace. We lose guys like Andrew Graves and Chris Stone, and we need guys that can play good defense, guys that score goals, and we lost this solid goaltender in Ken McLean. We need guys that can stop the puck here too. So we need all kinds, and it's going to be interesting to see how things shake out over the course of the week. Things
change very rapidly, and what the team can look like now may change down the road. But the one thing that seems to be very evident at this point in time, it's going to be a very big-sized Junior K-Wing team.
Well, yeah, certainly some of our returners are a little small. You have Christian George, he's a little diminutive, but there's some players here that we have in the fold that are definitely going to add some size on our back end, up front, even potentially in goal. We won't be quite as small as we were last year. We're probably one of the smaller teams, even one of the younger teams as well last year, but I don't think we'll be sacrificing skill, but we'll be definitely a lot bigger.
We talk about part of the reason the Junior K-Wings were here is the community aspect of it. You got some kids from Matawan, West Michigan Hounds, Battle Creek's represented, and then all of a sudden, I'm not sure if it's a sister city or not, but you talked about Kevin coming in from Switzerland. It's a little different thing, but it's a very good story. No doubt the furthest member over the last 2 years to travel to be a member of the J-Wings.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Anytime that you have a player come from that far away that's interested in coming to play here is pretty exciting. And I was able to, through a contact of mine from Toronto, it kind of led me to Kevin to come here and try out. And it was a player that even he didn't know a whole lot about, but it was a player that we both thought, we saw some highlight reels of him playing in Switzerland. We thought that we should give him a look here and see what happens. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of him here this week.
Can you imagine, I mean, you're going into a tryout in which obviously you want to be here and try to do things, but you've never been to North America, not even to mention Kalamazoo. You're here for really 2 days before the tryout to try to get acclimated, and now you're not only adapting to North America way, but to a different country. That's a lot to ask for a kid, but he seems, at least in day one, to respond.
Well, absolutely. It seems like he's had a pretty good smooth transition here. I mean, I think he has some very real expectations, and he's realistic on what's expected of him here in camp and what it's like to play in North America. So I think hopefully he'll get a quick transition here, and I'm excited again to see what he does as the week progresses.